friends, welcome back. Let's talk about Disney. I was there over the break for Thanksgiving and I learned a lot. This is my first time in Disney World. I've always dreamt of going. When I was a kid, my mom, because I grew up in Taiwan, so my mom took me to Disneyland in Tokyo when I was a kid, and we just never did Disney World, but I grew up hearing her talk about how I should visit once in my life because it's the biggest amusement park. Super cool, very well done. It's huge, you need many days for it. So I just heard a lot about it and I just never did it. And she was like, when you grow up and you study in the US, you should definitely check it out. So here we are, did it, bucket list checked. And here are a lot of tips that I learned, things that I wish I'd done differently, things, anyway, just a lot of tips, I guess, and my experience in general at Disney World. So let's get started. First of all, let's talk about stay. So I was there for both Universal and Disney. I didn't switch hotels, etc., and I didn't stay at a Disney hotel because it looked really expensive and I just didn't really know if it was worth it. So my friend and I actually stayed at a Universal hotel called Universal Cabana Bay Beach Resort. So for 7 nights, it cost us nearly $600 per person. So it's not horrible. And that one gets us free shuttle to the Universal parks. I will make a separate video about the Universal event that we went to, but this one is specifically for Disney World. And so every day we actually did the math that Ubering from that hotel to Disney is cheaper than staying at a Disney hotel. The cost that comes with it is that you don't get early access to the parks for Disney hotel residents. You get to start the parks at 7:30 in the morning and you have just less people. So you can get to some of the more popular rides first. Is it necessary? No, because we did every single ride that we wanted to without even showing up at opening. So it's not necessary. Regarding the park itself, we did the 4-day ticket and did 4 parks, 1 a day. We did not do the park hopper, so I can't really talk about that, but I can talk about if I were to visit again, I might do the park hopper, but that's for later. For now, let's talk about what we did. I did 4 parks. We did Animal Kingdom first, and then did Epcot second, Magic Kingdom third, and then finished off with Hollywood Studios. I really like this order. Why? Because Epcot and Magic Kingdom are probably my 2 favorites, and we sandwiched it in the middle. So we got to learn from our day 1 experience. Since neither of us have been to Disney, this was super cool. The 4-day Disney ticket that we got was nearly $1,300 for 2 people. So what we did, I'm an MBA student and I'm very data driven, whatever. So I really wanted to make sure that I could maximize the flow of our rides and wait times, etc. So Animal Kingdom, while we were waiting in line for the Avatar ride, Flight of Passage, I believe that's what it's called, I was logging the wait times for both Epcot and Magic Kingdom on an Excel sheet. I had all the rides and all the wait times by the hour in 2 different sheets to see when it will peak and when it dies down. Disney app itself has forecasted wait time, but what I didn't know is that if I could trust the forecasted wait times, I didn't know what it was based off of. Anyway, so I decided to do my own and cross-reference, because if they both sort of matched up, then it's great. I have 2 sets of data points. Long story short, it worked really well because for Tron, when I was logging it, the longest wait time that I went to was 150 minutes and I was not about to wait for that. So we kind of redid our strategy and did Tron for the first ride when we got to Magic Kingdom on the 3rd day. I'll get to the strategies of rides in a bit, but for now, let me talk about the rides that I liked. For Animal Kingdom, I really liked the Avatar Flight of Passage one. It's a 3D ride, but it was super cool to get that experience of flying, and I think that facilitated and solidified that if I were to ever get superhero powers, I would want to fly because it seems so freeing. There were points that I was a little dizzy, but not too much. It was absolutely gorgeous to see Pandora, whatever, it's super cool. The way that they did the rides, it simulated you were sitting on the animal, so there was actually the breathing of the chest of the animal, which was super cool. Navi had a very long wait time. Was it worth it? No, not really. I didn't like it that much. The other ride that I liked in Animal Kingdom was the river raft thing, the kind of like Splash Mountain situation. You do get kind of wet though, so I would suggest go and do it on a sunnier day so you're not freezing. And you don't need the poncho, you just get wet and you dry off in like a couple hours. The zoo was kind of cool as well.
There you go, there you go. There's another baby. I love cheetahs.
But other than that, not much to say about Animal Kingdom. Unless you're a kid, then I could see so many more other things, but we're adults, we love the thrill rides. I went to Disney for the production itself. So that's about Animal Kingdom. Epcot.
This is so pretty.
I think might be my favorite, actually. Super cool to see the different cultures, the worlds, the different cuisines. One thing I hated though, that they put boba in the Chinese world, even though it's technically not really, but whatever, it's Taiwanese. I think the Japanese one was pretty well done. A lot of other ones were also really well done. France was really well done as well. What I thought was super cool about this is that each culture, each country that we were in, they had people speaking that language. For instance, in France, we had people speaking French. Even their English accents had French accents, which was super cool. I greatly enjoyed it, even the shows. So we did the Beauty and the Beast sing-along, super fun. And the really funny thing is, you know what, I'm actually not gonna spoil it. It's not what you think. The show in and of itself, really good, highly recommend. We did the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. What's really great about this is that there was a single rider's line. So a lot of the Disney rides don't have single riders, but Remy's, they were testing it out. For the normal lines, it was 75 minutes, and I'm glad I didn't wait in that. I'm glad my friend and I just both went to the single riders. We did not wait like 5 minutes. And anyway, it was a cool ride. I just would not recommend waiting 75 minutes for it, so I'm really glad that we did the single riders. Hopefully they continue that. France in general was just pretty to walk in, smelled really great. Shops were cool, it's just really expensive in France. We also went to the Pixar and Disney short film viewing thing. Loved the short films, and it was also in 3D, actually 4D, 3DX, whatever. Like we had the 3D glasses and there was smells being sprayed, water, like it was super cool. So even the shows were great, even though they're not thrill rides. I greatly enjoyed everything that I did in Epcot. We did the Frozen ride.
Oh my god!
I felt lied to because there is a drop and splash of water, so we did get wet. But it was good. The animatronics go hard on this one, so as you can tell, I really liked Epcot, even though there weren't thrill rides per se. Let me see if there were thrill rides. According to my Excel sheet. Oh, I forgot, Guardians of the Galaxy. That was my favorite ride out of all 4 Disney parks. Guardians of the Galaxy, fantastic. The sad thing about it is you can't actually queue for it. You have to do virtual queue and or lightning lane. I'll get to that in the next segment after this, after I talk about all the rides. We did get Genie passes, Genie Plus, and lightning lanes. And I'll talk about that later. Guardians, I loved. Turtle Talk with Crush was funny. So yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Magic Kingdom wise, I liked Tron a lot. Not as much as Guardians, but I did like Tron. We rode it twice, I think. Space Mountain, not as great as I remembered. Kind of different from Disneyland in LA. So, not great. We didn't really do that many rides here. We did Mickey's PhilharMagic. That was pretty cool. Tiana's Bayou was amazing. It's also virtual queue only, so you can't do anything about it. So hopefully you can get it. I'll talk about virtual queue in a bit if you don't know about it. Big Thunder, like all of these rides are actually just like very mid and very okay. It's just cool production. Seeing the castle was cool. For this night, we actually also did the Mickey's Christmas Party.
Oh my god!
magical, and instead of doing the normal fireworks, which they call, I don't remember the name of it. How could I forget? Doesn't matter. It was Minnie's fireworks show for Christmas, so it was really cool. The holiday parade, everything was great. No complaints. Ooh, Christmas party also had a festive menu, which I really liked. The food was actually really good. I got this bowl and it was like $12 for like a Chipotle sized bowl. And I was like, Disney prices? Really? This is hella cheap. And it was really good. So the last park was Hollywood Studios. Again, really cool. I think it looked the most like Universal. And Hollywood Studios, let me think of what rides were there. I don't remember. What did we do? It is the smallest park, so there wasn't that much to do. We did Muppet Vision, it was weird. Twilight Zone, classic Tower of Terror stuff, it was eh. We did the Rock and Roller Coaster with Aerosmith, Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance, and the Millennium Falcon ride.
Pilot on the left. Will you stick to fly right and left?
Oh, am I controlling
Pull
this?
back on the stick to fly up. And push forward to fly down.
Okay.
No, got it.
Oh, you. Oh my God. Ah! We're horrible at this. You gotta go up and down. I'm doing left and right.
Millennium Falcon also had single riders line. Rise of Resistance also had single riders line. I think those were the single riders. Oh my God, I forgot. Animal Kingdom. We had Everest. Everest was great. I also really like that ride as well. They also had single riders lane. I'll get to that in a little bit. So for single riders, there were like 5 rides that we had. Everest in Animal Kingdom, Remy's in Epcot, Rock and Roller Coaster in Hollywood Studios, Millennium Falcon also in Hollywood Studios, Rise of Resistance also in Hollywood Studios. I don't think there were any single riders in Magic Kingdom. I could be wrong, but that was sort of it that we rode. So let's get into the next segment, which is, this is the app, Disney World. It's very cute. So here you get to see, let me shift, so I'll have this screen here, hopefully. So on the app, you can see like the different opening hours. There's Magic Kingdom, there's Epcot, there's Disney Hollywood Studios, like different opening hours. And if you go to see all hours, you can see like the early entries and the different times, etc. And then if you go to the virtual queue here, you can just queue every morning at 7 a.m. or 1:30 p.m. And I would suggest to do the 7 a.m. because I think within the first minute when I was queuing for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, it was like, we were group 59 and I was just like 10 seconds late or 15 seconds. So it was like 7 o'clock and 15 seconds and we were group 59 already. So I would suggest just waking up like a couple minutes early to do that. So here you can see all the different wait times, filter by wait times or dining, entertainment, whatever. There's like a lot of filters that you can do. And here you can show list and it filters by wait times. So as you can see, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is the longest, which is to be expected. Here you can filter for different parks. So let's say we did Magic Kingdom, right? We did Tomorrowland for Tron. Let's see how long it is. It's probably at the lowest. Oh, it's 45 minutes now. It's not bad at all. If you click into specific rides, you can do a forecasted wait times. So you can see if it drops, etc. So let's see. Remy goes from short all the way high, etc. And we can see if it matches up with my Excel sheet here. So Remy's, it goes from 75, 87, so I guess it fluctuates by day. So if you really want to be prepared, you can start tracking it like the week before and just plot it out to see your route. Regarding Lightning Lane passes, what you can do, let's go for different parks. So for Animal Kingdom, you can see, you can pick the multi-pass or for Avatar Flight of Passage. I guess I don't really know why you would do the $16 one if you can do $17 for 3 different things. So if you go here, you can look at the experiences, and this is how they get you. You can only do 1 popular ride and then the 2 like somewhat popular but not crazy popular rides. So you can't get everything that you want because that's how they get you. Basically, long story short, I don't know if I would recommend lightning passes because I think you could get away without it. You know what I mean? Only certain rides I would highly recommend. For Epcot, for instance, you can see there's a lightning lane for like 3 different experiences, and then there's one specifically for Guardians of the Galaxy. And I honestly would suggest just to get the Guardians of the Galaxy one, because if you look at the rest of this, Like it's not necessary. Turtle Talk with Crush is like a 15-minute wait. You don't need it. Everything here is under 30 minutes, except for Remy's. But Remy's, like I said, has single riders. So I wouldn't even get Lightning Pass for Epcot. That was like a mistake that we did that I wouldn't repeat again. Magic Kingdom, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is just like very slow. Tron, you could just line up for it. You get the whole day to the park. You don't really need to spend $32 on the Lightning Lanes, honestly. So the only thing that I would get is probably the Guardians of the Galaxy one, $18, just to guarantee that you can ride it, because virtual queues, you can't really trust it. And what's super cool is now that you don't need any like physical cards or Disney bands or whatever, you can just do it from your Apple Wallet. So that's super convenient. Let's talk about tips and the lessons I learned. One, like I previously mentioned, would I do a 4-day pass again, like a 4-day ticket? Probably not. I would suggest you could do a 3 days with the park hopper. I don't know how much of a price difference that is. Honestly, the price doesn't matter that much at the moment. I don't think there's gonna be a huge price difference or whatever, but the added flexibility is great. Why? Because I don't think you need the whole day for the parks, so we actually spent a lot of time. We actually called it early for two of the days. Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, we called it early without using the whole park time. So I would suggest you could do Animal Kingdom during the day, and like late afternoon or afternoon, you can head towards Hollywood Studios and do the rides, because wait times actually dip quite a bit towards the evening in Hollywood Studios. So you could do that, and you could do 2 parks in 1 day. Or alternatively, the great thing about it is that you could queue for the virtual queue, I think, for Guardians of the Galaxy 4 different days as well. I don't think they restrict you for park hoppers. I could be wrong, so if you've done this before, just leave it in the comments as to if this works or not, but theoretically, I think it would work as to you could queue for day 1, day 2, day 3 as well, and you can ride Guardians of the Galaxy 3 times, and I would totally do that. If I were to do this again, I would do that. Magic Kingdom does take a little bit longer, I think, because of just how, I think it's the biggest park, and then there's the fireworks that you definitely want to see, so it's going to be the longest day. But still, you could do Epcot in the morning and then head to Magic Kingdom at night. Magic Kingdom midday, etc. till closing. There's like the gondola that takes you, there's also the monorail that takes you there, so it's super convenient to get between parks. So would highly suggest park hopper, 3 days, so you save a day on the tickets actually. Second tip is to bring a poncho or a large garbage bag, because for the river rides, or the water rides, the Kali's River Rapids, Frozen, Tiana's Bayou, they all get you somewhat drenched in the gross kind of water. So if you don't want to get wet, I would suggest bringing a poncho. They sell it at Disney, but it's $13 for a poncho, and it's pretty crazy. You can reuse them, obviously. So if you use it 3 times, it's $4 per use. 4.25, whatever. But if you can bring one, even better. The third tip, which I think is the most clutch, is parties of 2. Even if you're traveling in a big group, when you're lining up, I would suggest you tell them just to do parties of 2. Why? Because a lot of the times they filter you through a different lane, so you actually get to the rides faster, because it's much easier to seat a party of 2. So many times we were in line and they'd be like, oh, any parties of 2, any parties of 2. So we would hold up our hands and they would basically pick for the earliest parties of 2 and just shuffle you on the ride. So you actually save, let's say 15 minutes on each of the times that they do this. So it's a lot of time savings. And for Tron, they also filtered us through a different lane. And that lane moves so much faster because Tron is also doubled up. So if you can, travel in parties of 2. Even if you're in a big group, just line up as parties of 2. When they ask you, it's just so much faster. I think that's the biggest hack that we've had, because more than half the rides, they were asking for parties of 2. My friend had an ECV, which, because she sprained her ankle, so she couldn't really walk anywhere fast or stand on it for a very long time. ECV, Disney is crazy accessible for the rides, for ECVs, like the scooter things. You can go to most of the rides on the ECV until you get there, and they will ask you if you're comfortable transferring. Basically, it's a short distance walk from your ECV to the rides, so it's great. And I think it's $65 a day. Alternatively, like when we did Tron doesn't allow ECVs to go into the lanes, the waiting lanes, but you can transfer onto a wheelchair and then have that being pushed through it. So it's very accessible. All of the rides are. And I think that's everything that I have about Disney. Let me know if you have any more questions that I can help answer, but so far, this is what I've learned. This is my first time in Disney World. Might be my last so far, unless, I don't know, I have kids in the future or something. I don't really know, but I don't think I would be going back myself anytime soon. But it was a great experience. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this answered some of your questions. If you end up going to Disney and any of these tricks work, let me know in the comments, because I would like to see that it worked more than just for me. Hope you have fun. Happy holidays, everybody. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! The ride breaks down, then we get basically front row to go on this thing. Let's go! Oh.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, at sunset.
Recently fixed.
Recently fixed. That's golden hour, baby. That is gorgeous. Let's go! My boys. We got the holiday bucket. We at the hotel, motel, holiday inn. I don't know why I sang that. Lobster escargot. Oh, sea bass. Oh my god, this sounds amazing. I'm so hungry. Can you see Germany in the back? Maybe. So we got a caramel s'more. Can you even see it? You can't. Caramel s'more. And then we got a... Where do you want to go? Okay. This is gonna melt if we don't finish this.
I know. Can't put it in the sunlight.
Dark chocolate, sea salt. Okay, it's gonna be in my shade. And then you have a
Caramel bar.
pecan caramel bar. Is that it? Yeah.
And then the milk chocolate version you guys.
Which looks exactly the same as the dark chocolate one. Is it worth $5?
Probably not.
No. Is it good? Yes. It's not like American sweets. We're at Disney, Epcot. This is Japan. What did I get, you ask? This is so stupid. Microwavable rice. White rice. And a miso soup, instant. Yeah, that's all I got from Disney. Thank you for watching.
So, hey, not too far from you now, K2. We got a fin popped in the air, dude rocking the black lid on the noggin. Like, same square that Gianna was in, just kind of near the, no, like the black lid on the noggin. No, over here. Sorry. Right near Gianna. Sunglasses, goggles on the noggin, black lid, bow. Yeah, there we go. We're headed on over. It's all good. All right, sweet. Thank you so much, Kate, dude. So what's your name, dude? Bianca. Alrighty, Bianca. What's your question?
How old are you?
Oh, dude, excellent question, AK. Average sea turtle can live to be about 80 years old, but the crush man is above average. And I'm 150, dude, and still young. Check the Washboard apps. Oh, it's awesome, dude. Thanks for your question. Whoa, Jelly Man, what's up, dude?
Oh, Crush. I'm trying to get away from a turtle pile.
Dude, turtle piles are all.
Gonna spin the shit out of this. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, oh. Don't get me wet, don't get me wet. I'm okay, I'm okay.
I've gotten very little so far.
Yeah.
Like I've yet to get the big one. Oh, the
Also, this I might be speaking too soon, but I think the back row is generally okay. Based on what I've seen people coming out. It's not bad at all. Called it.
Let's go get me that LaFouz apple juice. $14.29. That's nuts.
It's like mango stuff topped at the top. Topped at the top. Anyway. Pretty good. That's so pretty. I want churros. Like now. I got my churros. They're better than Universal. Way better. Leaving the park now. Happy holidays, everybody. Park ranking. Number 1, Epcot. Number 2, Magic Kingdom. Number 3, Hollywood Studios. It is small, but it is great. Number 4, Animal Kingdom. Did not really enjoy that one that much. But yeah, that concludes the trip, the 4-day trip in Disney. And then 2 days in Universal. I will have 2 separate videos about both experiences. And thank you for watching. Bye.